If you have $3 billion, would you build a 27-story building as your home with 3 helipads and a multi-level parking car lot that can hold 168 vehicles and hire 600 staff for maintenance? Probably not. But that's what the petroleum tycoon Mukesh Ambani did with his $1 billion. Sounds crazy, right? But wait till you hear about the meaning of each floor, the controversies surrounding it, and all the other crazy stuff. So get ready as we will dissect the story of one of the most expensive and elaborate homes in the world, the $2 billion mansion, the Antilia. But before we talk about the house that we'll probably never get to own in our entire life, let's talk about the owner first, to know how he was able to afford it. Mukesh Ambani is an Indian billionaire magnate and chairman of the Reliance Industries who owns businesses across India engaged in energy, petrochemicals, textiles, natural resources, retail and telecommunications. He is currently the richest man in Asia with an outstanding net worth of $81.6 billion. Just imagine how many Bugatti La Voiture Noire he can buy with his money. To give you a better idea, a Bugatti La Voiture Noire cost nearly $19 million. He probably already had 1 or even 2 of these, but we do know he owns an RS5 crore Maybach. And as of July 28, 2020, Mukesh Ambani is listed as the 5th wealthiest person in the world. Ahead of him are Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, Bernard Arnault, Chairman and Chief Executive of LVMH, Bill Gates, co-founder of the Microsoft Corporation, and finally, Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon. Now that we already know enough about Mukesh Ambani, we can now start talking about his extravagant home. Antilia is named after the mythical island Antilia in the Atlantic Ocean, which is called the Isle of Seven Cities. It is located in South Mumbai's Altamount Road, Kumbala Hill in Mumbai, India. It was built in consultation with US architecture firms Perkins Will and Bedner Associates, while the Australian-based construction company Leighton Contractors, which is now called Simic Group Limited, initially taking charge of its construction. They started building it in 2006 and was able to complete it in February 2010. However, Mukesh Ambani and his family only moved here in 2012 as he used to live with his mother and brother in another Mumbai building. According to Thomas Johnson, director of marketing at architecture firm Bedner Associates, told Forbes that the residence cost nearly $3 billion. Antilia is 173 meters tall and over 400,000 square feet wide. It is as tall as 50 or 60-story buildings, even though it is only a 27-story private home. That is because some ceilings are jammed with extra high ceilings, so every floor has the same height as an average 2-story building. If you are not from India, you'll probably mistake it as a private company building. Every single floor was designed distinctly, while the layout is based on the principles and shapes of Vastu Shastra. It is an Indian tradition like feng shui, where they need to strategically place the materials, rooms, and objects to move energy beneficially through the spaces. Also, each section of their home that is meant to reflect 6 elements: earth, water, fire, air, sound, and light, to mimic the ascension to enlightenment. As for the architectural design, it is based on lotus and sun motifs, where you can see the materials they've used are crystal, marble, and nacre. That is why the cost of the building is gigantic. It was also designed to survive an earthquake rated 8 on the Richter scale. They probably have considered the fact that Mumbai lies in Zone 3 and around Zone 4 as per the Seismic Atlas of India. So it is safe to say that their home will not crumble that easily during an earthquake. The mansion has dedicated 6 floors for parking, which can accommodate 168 cars. 2 of these floors are solely for the family's personal use. Then there is also a private car service centre located on the 7th floor. Above the car lot, you'll find a lobby with 9 high-speed elevators, each dedicated for different floors and purposes, as well as several storage rooms and lounges. For recreation, there is a 50-seat home theatre with a garden roof, a dance studio, and large ballroom with 80% of its ceiling covered in crystal chandeliers. At this point, you'll no longer be surprised that they also have their own ice cream parlour as well as an indoor and outdoor bar. The Ambani family no longer have to go out as it has almost everything. Above the recreational place, they have a 4-story hanging garden where its purpose is to act as an energy-saving device. It also has a temple for 50 people. This is where the family prays regularly. And then we have what they call the health floor. It has a lap pool, an indoor swimming pool and jacuzzi. There is also a spa, salon, yoga centre and a gym on the same floor. We also heard that each family member of the Mukesh Ambani family has their own personal health club and a gym. However, they did not forget about their 600 staff. They have provided them with an entourage room to have a place to relax. There is also a dedicated apartment for the guests that covers almost the whole floor and an ice room or snow room where residents and guests can hang out to escape the Mumbai heat. It is a small cooled chamber room where the walls spit out man-made snowflakes to beat the heat. Next is the family residence. But before we get into that, I want to tell you about a company that sells big-ass brownies. And they are very fittingly called Big-Ass Brownies. You can find them at bigassbrownies.com. Their brownies are absolutely delicious and will satisfy any and every sweet tooth. At bigassbrownies.com, you get 4 £1 delicious brownies in every pack. They have a variety of flavours that range from an extreme chocolate brownie with their ooey gooey PB Oreo brownie to a delicious lemon poppy brownie. My favourite is ordering their variety pack to get one of each flavour. Check them out at bigassbrownies.com and use code MattBlack for 15% off your first order. P.S. Big Ass Brownies makes the perfect gift. Let's get back to the video. The family residence is a 6-story residential floor reserved for Ambani's family. According to Nita, wife of Mukesh Ambani, they wanted the sunlight, that's why they chose the family quarters to be on the top 6 floors. And finally, they have a dedicated floor for the air traffic control and for their 3 helipads. That's pretty much all of it. Or should we say that's too much for a residential home? Considering that with $2 billion, you can help a lot of people, and that's not just the problem that other people see with this building. The land on which Antilia was built was previously an orphanage called Kurim Boy Ibrahim Koja Yatim Khana, with 60 orphans and belonged to a charity run by the Waqf Board. In 2005, this property was illegally purchased by Muffin Antilia Commercial Private Limited, a commercial entity controlled by Mukesh Ambani, for $3 million from the charity commissioner. Many believed, especially his critics, that the land was sold for only a small fraction of its market value. The market value is said to be around $20 million. In 2007, the Maharashtra state government said the construction of Antilia on the said land is illegal and a clear violation of Section 52 of the Waqf Act, 1995. It is said the land's owner had no right to sell it, as Waqf property can neither be sold nor transferred without the permission of Maharashtra State Board of Waqfs. Therefore, a notice was sent to the orphanage as well as to Antilia Commercial. The orphanage challenged the issue in April 2004. Finally, they were able to come in terms with the state of the Board of Waqfs. However, a resident and teacher named Abdul Mateen filed public interest litigation against the orphanage and the charity commissioner's permission. As of 2018, the case remains in court. Also, the 3 helipads on top of the Antilia is not allowed despite the ban imposed by the Indian Navy. The Environment Ministry has also condemned the construction of these helipads as it violates local noise laws. There were also some issues raised regarding the illegal parking lot on the lower floors of Antilia. All of these were considered bad luck by Ambani. That is why it was reported that he didn't move in right away after its completion due to the fear of bad luck. Not only that, but the public reception also was not so great. Tata Group former chairman Ratan Tata even said that Antilia is an example of rich Indians' lack of empathy for the poor, as it was built near the slums. It shows the glaring contrast and gap between the poor and the rich. Many have said that it is inappropriate for a country where thousands are starving. While Mukesh has all the rights to spend his money in whatever way he wants, and even though there are charitable acts by the Ambani family, especially by his wife Nita, we can't ignore the violations and any of Mukesh's indulgences. That's all we've got with Antilia and its owner Mukesh Ambani. So if you like this video, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get a notification about our new videos. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.